Okay, in this scenario, this is the most important staff recruit you will do. Episode 9, it's that time again. We say goodbye to Slavoj Trebizov and hello to our brand new club, Club Free. Okay, so we are off to Portugal and we're off to Fafe. I'm going to work on that pronunciation. Google's got to tell me that, right? So I've got Google up.
Faf.
And I'm excited about this one. This division is a guessing game. Now, it's a bit different this time because the club vision for these boys is up there. If you look at end of current season, they want us to win promotion via the PT Championship and they want us to reach the 4th round of the PT Cup. This is a big ask for your first season in. If this doesn't go right, this could be the first sacking of the journey. What a faff this is going to be, because this is the table over here. So there's 12 teams in it. I've got to get to grips with this. They want us to win the league, and after you win the league, I think there is 4 other groups that you go into a playoff quarterfinal scenario to get to the next league. But look at that in a sec. But stadium, beautiful. Look at that. It's sunny. It's crisp. The colours are yellow and black. I love it. The key player is apparently a Frenchman, Valentin Remy. Let's have a look at him. Oh, he's a good player. Good looking son of a gun as well. Nice player, central midfield. No suitable roles for his position. That's interesting, isn't it? That's because if you look in the top corner here, we haven't got any coaches at the club. Okay, so we've got one coach, which is me, and we haven't got anybody else. We've got no scouts, and the physio, we haven't got doctor, Danilo Bogana Pereira. So it's me and Danilo holding up the fort, and these boys want us to win the league. So here's the FAF squad. The FAF squad is filled out by players who aren't actually players, they're just the shaded out players. That's how little they've got. So it's another Trebizov scenario where we don't have a lot of players, and looking at it, we don't have one striker. How have I got myself in this scenario again? Now thankfully we've came in here and it looks like we've got 3 friendly games and we don't start the season for another 3.5 weeks, so at least it's a bit more time than the Trebizov scenario. Now, first impressions of the squad I do have is it's very hit and miss. So if you look at this lad, 28 years old, Manu, he's valued at 190 quid, which won't even buy you a PlayStation 5, and he's pretty average. But if we go to our key player, where's he gone? There he is, Valentin Remy. He's worth 18.75, and he's got some decent figures coming in there. But yeah, other than that, if you click on a random player like Babacar Dieng, 23 years old, valued at 10k. There's my phone now. That could be one of the staff applying for a job off Indeed that I posted. Pretty average players, bit of work to do. So this is a rebuild and a half. Not only do we need to rebuild the squad, we need to get some fellas in to help me on the staff side. So the job adverts are out. We'll see what we can get. I haven't even built my tactic yet. I'm not even thinking about that. The players I've got no strikers for a start. Let's have a look at the budget. I'd love to go back to Trebizov and steal Rymarenko as the striker. All depends on this budget. Damn it. Transfer budget 29.4k. Wage budget already in deficit. And if we're in a deficit with the squad we've got, we haven't got much room. Now, the annoying thing is, I've gone to my shortlist and interested players for transfer and loan, and the players I want from Trebizov, Rymarenko, Jan Overek, they want to come. Also, a blast from the past is Bugra. Do you remember the Bugra? He wants to come in as well. So if I can get the finances, I can get these players perhaps in on loan, we can maybe do something, and that'll be quite cool to bring in a player from one of the other clubs. So here's the issue, the finances. Right, so if you look at the transfer budgets over here, got our wage budget set at 6,444 per week, currently spending 9,000 per week. I mean, it's not even close, it's $3,000 over. So the players we do have, one or two of them must be earning a silly whack. Might have to ship them out. We might have to get rid of some of our best players for the overall good of the team. And remember, the FAF board want us to win this title. The plot thickens. Key player Valentin Remy, look how much he's on a week. £2,800 a week. He's crippling us. I might have to sacrifice him. Deep diving. There's the squad overview. All of them on respectable wages. £80 a week down the bottom, 170, 50 quid. Then the top two up there. Remy on 2,800 and Marcos Paulo 3,100. Those two are the boys that are crippling us. I see no way out here. This is going to be incredibly tough. We're going to need an affiliate club to get players in on loan with no wages because we can't pay anyone anything. Potentially, with the expectations of the board, this is a tougher challenge than the other two clubs. So we have no senior affiliate. I've just requested one. It is absolutely essential that we get one. I mean, in a dream world, we get Benfica or Sporting Lisbon, sorry. But obviously they've got their own B team, so that's unlikely. But if we can get someone just to get some bodies in for free. So I'll go off now. I'll let the game time go on a bit. I'll play a couple of friendlies with whatever I've got and see what I've got to work with. Cobble together some sort of tactic. And hopefully this senior affiliate comes through and we can do something. So I've just had to do something that I've never done before in Football Manager. Okay, so if you see this player down here, Vasco Cunha, he's just got a subs appearance to his belt in a friendly. And the reason he was in a friendly was because he was a generated player. He wasn't even a new gen as such. He was one of these grayed out players. And him and Helder Cunha, both of them, let's presume the brothers. Whoa, look at Helder. Alright, Helder. Right, they're not the best of players, but they're literally those grayed out players that I've had to offer a contract to because I can't get anyone in for a combination of no wages, and when we do get someone in who needs no wage input, they keep rejecting us and going somewhere else. So when we get to match day and the screen comes up here, like this player here, Thiago Fortes, he's grayed out. I've had to go up to contract and get him in purely for numbers. Okay, as an update, we did not get our senior affiliate. They turned us down for reasons only they could tell. But I put some proper graft in and we've got this coaching staff sorted. So I've got my coaching staff in now. There we go. Got our assistant manager. They're all from Portugal. Head of youth, goalkeeping coach, fitness coach. Those are the key ones. Didn't get a general coach because I wanted to keep a coach and a fitness coach, and I'm limited on numbers. Now this episode was called the most important staff member in the scenario that we find ourselves in, and the most important staff member is this lad, the director of football, and in our case it's Diego Dacu. Now his abilities aren't great because remember we're a small club, but he's so vital for all the problems we've had getting players in. Remember, we've got no budget, wage budget is tiny, can't get anyone in, and the players that we did try and attract that went to other places because there's more desirable options. So the director of football then comes in very handy indeed. We go to our transfer sum up, this screen here, we've got our director of football up there, hover down to suggest transfer targets. Now he's not going to be great because he's only got single digits for judging ability and potential, but he can unlock players that you wouldn't normally get. So we go to suggest transfer targets, brings up this screen. Now I've hit loan and I've gone to, let's say, midfield centre. All roles suggest. He brings up these players. Now these players are from a completely different country from my scouting network, which was non-existent. So I'm able now to put in bids for these lads. And if you look at it, he knows our situation at the club. We'd go to offer, loan offer, and the club they were asking for the player from require no monthly fee or contribution. So he's basically a free hit. So we've used this to our advantage with the following players. All the problems we had getting players in, we've now got ourselves in a decent amount. Some of those were done by me, the top 5 were done by me, but these 3 here were done by my director of football. He managed to unlock a bit of a gap in the market, and we've got these players in. Now, you might recognise one of them, the club. You got it, Trebizov. Martin Vishan has come in from my old club on loan. But bizarre, because they were playing him. He started the season well. They've given us him on loan with no contribution. He's a free hit. Other free hits have come in, and we've managed to get ourselves a decent little squad now, thanks largely to that appointment of the director of football. You can see my squad is a lot bigger now. It's a big chunky squad now. It's looking a lot better. We've got some players outside the matchday squad, giving us a few more options. Here's the players we managed to get in. Number 1, Jose Antonio Sanchez, on loan from Braga. He'll be our first choice keeper. My new striker, Noah Nadja, on loan from Maritimo, who are a Premier Division team. Good all-round striker. I like the look of him. I'm expecting 20 plus off this lad. Director of football signing, Michael Krolovic. I nearly signed him back for Trebizov. He's going to operate in the number 10 role, probably as a shadow striker, or up front if we're pushing. Decent signing and free with no contribution. Martin Lesko, striker. Look at his finishing, but look at it combined with his composure. 15. Nice pace and fitness as well. Decent. And of course, finally, Martin Vishan from Trebizov. We know all about him. Centre half. He'll do a proper job there at this level. So now we're going to the season with a bit more optimism. We've got our squad there. We're going to go for the 4-4-1-1 we used at Trebizov. Trebizov leg drop, but I have made changes to it. I've changed a few roles here and there, and I've cut back on some certain team instructions. So it's a pretty basic formation, but I'm confident these boys will do the job. Now, if they don't, I've got 3 versions of it. We've got a slightly more aggressive version there where we're going to push them wingers on in a 4-2-3-1. Shadow striker still there. And the final one is a really aggressive one, which I might explore. Is this aggressive diamond shape. Get 2 up front with this one, with a man in the number 10 role. That's risky, but for games I need to win or I'm behind, we might revert to that one. Pre-season is done. We're going to play a few games now, maybe 4 or 5. I'll come back to you. I'll give you my early season thoughts. Well then, early season has gone bloody brilliantly. As you can see, the boys have been smashing the goals in. 5-1 in the first game, then a 4-0, another 4-0, a 6-2, a completely random 1-1 when you consider all the other results. And we've just played 2 games back to back, 1 in the league, 1 in the cup, 4-0 and 5-0. As far as starts the season go, that's pretty damn decent. This formation has really fired. There's been tweaks from the Trebizov leg drop, so I'm going to rename this formation. Let me know below. Wrestling links are cool. We need to rename it though. This is purely for faff. And the boy up front, do you remember I was hoping for 20 goals this season? Boy on loan, Nadja. Well, 5 games, 11 goals already. So this has us sat in second. Believe it or not, there's a team who've actually started better than us. Trofense have won 5 out of 5, scoring 13, so they're obviously going to be a big threat. But we'll see if we can keep this going. Remember, there's only 22 games in this league season, so I'm going to bash on now and see where we get to. We need to finish in the top 1 or 2, and if we finish second, it needs to be one of the best second place teams to get through to these crazy end of season playoffs.